Hello, and welcome back to Saving Often. My name is Rick, and this is King's Quest V for the NES. When last we met in Part 1, we explored the land of Serenia. We went through the desert. We stole a staff from some bandits. Got into a temple. Got a gold coin and a magic lamp. We got our fortune told. Found out that our castle was stolen as a result of Mordack getting revenge for his brother Mannanin, who Alexander turned into a cat back in King's Quest III. Let's see, what else did we do? We went to town, we bought a custard pie, we chased away a bear and got some honey. We saved some ants from a dog, and they helped us find a golden needle in a haystack. So, yeah, pretty bog standard King's Quest material here. But we're back again, and we have some business to attend to in the dark woods. So, as I mentioned, we saw the fortune teller. She read our fortune and gave us this magic amulet that glows with a power of its own. This magic amulet is going to protect us from the bad kind of magic. So let's just go ahead and equip it. The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight. Okay, we are now protected by a magic amulet. So let's see if there's anything else that we need to do before we head into the dark forest. We have the honeycomb. I know we're going to need that. I don't know if there's anything else that we need. But let's just wander in there and see what happens. I think we only need the amulet and the honeycomb from out here. No, but I have to go the long way around this wagon, or else he tries to talk to me. And I can't go the long way. Okay, so we have to go the really long way. Fine. If you recall from Part 1, the interface to this game is stodgy, to be generous. It's not the easiest thing to work with, but that's okay. We want to go this way. And there we are, at the entrance to the forest. They've already set us up with our saving off and saved game. So let's go ahead and save that game and meander into the woods. Oh, no, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign? Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here. Ooh, go if you want to. I'll wait here. So if you recall, in Part 1, I wandered into the forest and showed off what would happen if I did, and that was that the witch turns us into a toad. But I have a magic amulet now. So she can cast her spell all she wants, but to Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he wears, just as Madame Mushka claimed it would. Marvelous. So, the witch cannot hurt us now. What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing? Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it? Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic? I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this terrible forest? I just got here and Graham wants to leave. I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner. We'll see about that. Yes, won't we? All right, well, now the witch cannot hurt us. but she's still going to follow us around everywhere. Oh, this is just the same dialogue. Okay, so she doesn't say anything different. Well, there's her hut. But I'm afraid that I can't get past her. Falling off the bridge. Gotta watch those drop-offs, Graham. Alright, let's try that again. We're gonna meander back in to the forest. So that's the reason why we can't do anything. Even though we're protected from her magic, she blocks us from getting into her hut. So if I come up here, I see this tree with a little door in it. Let's see. A crude little door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention. Of all the ugly hags Graham has seen in his life, this is by far the ugliest. That's rude. Even though the old witch is now powerless to inflict her evil magic on Graham, Graham also finds himself powerless to do anything about her. Okay, let's head this way. And that just takes us back in front of her house. So, let's see. How does one get rid of a greedy evil witch? Well, do you remember there's a genie in this but-a-common brass bottle? Maybe she'll be interested. What's this? Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in that bottle! Poof. Good. That old witch won't be seen around here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest? So now we've dealt with the witch. Let's check out her hut, shall we? Interesting, interesting. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. It has a cold, creepy feeling to it, and Graham would just as soon leave. Graham spies a crude drawer built into the trunk of a tree which is poking awkwardly through the house. Graham sees an intricate trunk tucked under a large crack in the wall which seems to serve as a window. An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks. So, let's take some stuff. Open this drawer. There is a leather pouch inside the drawer. Graham takes 3 beautiful emeralds from it. Oh, well, that's handy. It just takes the emeralds out of the bag for us. In the PC version, you get the bag and have to open it to get the emeralds. The trio of sparkling emeralds dazzle the eyes. Okay. Let's check out this lantern. What's this? Why, it's a little key. finally, let's check this drawer. Inside the trunk, Graham finds an interesting little spinning wheel. It's the spinning wheel that belongs to the gnome. Let's save our game. And let's save this one. I like using my name because it's only 3 letters. And then I add a 2. My father rolls in his grave. He would type the most descriptive saved names, including how many points he had. I type my name. Now, granted, he also had a lot more characters to work with, and there's only, 11 on the NES, but hey, whatever. Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick foliage. These little beady eyes. Peering curiously at him through the heavy foliage of the dark forest, Graham notices several pairs of bright, blinking eyes. A large rock blocks further passage to the west. Okay. Well, we've got our little circuit here. Unfortunately, we can't get back to the crossroads from whence we came. So we're going to have to be tricky about it. First and foremost, let's get inside this little wooden door. Graham tugs at the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked. Well, good thing for us, we have a tiny brass key. A little golden heart has been placed inside the crude door of the twisted old tree. Reaching a hand into the open door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart. And now we have the willow tree's heart. So, how to get out of this forest, you say? Well, these little beady eyes have something to do with it. Let's do this. Interface, work with me. Let's save again. And show off some of the magic of King's Quest V. These little eyes are interested in these dazzling emeralds. So if I toss one on the ground, a little gnome comes out and grabs it. So I toss another on the ground, a little closer, and he grabs that one as well. I have 1 emerald left. I drop it on the ground at my feet and just miss him. And that's it. That's all my emeralds, and we are now at a dead end. We cannot get out of this forest. Our only choice is to restore our saved game. So, I mentioned in part 1, this game is infamous for its bullshit puzzles, and this is kind of one of them. I guess you could use this leap of logic on your first attempt to get out of the forest, but the game sort of assumes that you're just going to try that and fail, and then use that failure to learn what you're supposed to be doing, because Graham drops the 3rd one at his feet, and he can't catch the gnome, so you have to figure out how to catch the gnome. I really don't like that trial and error style. Unfortunately, it's pretty pervasive throughout Sierra games. But, you know, whatever. We're here. We saved our game. We know what we're doing, so let's try that one more time. Let's toss an emerald to the gnome. And one more. Now, before we toss the last one, let's grab this honeycomb and squeeze it onto the ground. Squeezing the honeycomb as hard as he can, and Graham causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a little puddle of honey at his feet. Now, all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax. So now we have a puddle of honey. And we can give the gnome the last emerald. Ha! And now the little bastard is stuck. Please, let me go, I beg of you. Why should I do that? What will you do for me? Graham the bastard as well. I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go. How do I know I can trust you? I give you my word, an elf never breaks his word. Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay. So let me get this straight. Graham just... Graham just baited this elf out of the forest with money and kidnapped him and then refused to let him go and didn't trust him when he said he'd let us out of the forest and had to be convinced. So if he didn't trust him, then what the hell was Graham trying to accomplish with this? Well, at any rate, let's get out of this forest. Move over, Rocky. You are in our way. This way. Follow me. Over here. I've got something for you. I never take anything without giving in return. He says, even though he would have taken my 3 emeralds if I hadn't... Never mind. I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage. That's the way out of the dark forest. Thank you very much for all your help, and I'm sure I will be able to find a use for these fine shoes. What a racket. Ooh, I'm glad to see you again. I was beginning to worry. You were right to not want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive. And thus, we survived the dark forest. As we do, we shall save our game. Okay, so now, with the witch out of the way, we have the willow tree's heart. So let's return it to her. A small heart made of pure gold. My heart! You found it! Look at me. I'm a princess again. Herbert? Alicia? Where have you been all this time, my love? Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way. That's that. Well, at least we get this bitchin' harp. Bending down, Graham picks up the harp off the ground and takes it with him. And we also found a little spinning wheel, which incidentally belongs to this old man. It appears to be a small, ordinary spinning wheel. Where did you get this? I thought I'd lost it. Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest. So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, huh? You know, this ain't no ordinary spinning wheel. It's not. What's so special about it? Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except, you gotta know how to use it. And I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me. Wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? I don't do anything for free around here. That's gonna cost you. Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it. Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that there marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one. Graham just... taking a child's toy. Come on, boy. Let's go gather up some wood for a new puppet. Man, I know I just replayed King's Quest V recently, but I don't remember if Graham always came off as this much of a dick, or if it's just the limitations of the text in the NES version, or what, but Jesus, he's kind of an asshole. Anyway. So, we've returned the heart, and we've gotten the marionette by returning the spinning wheel. We have a harp. We still have this golden needle. We still have this exquisite pair of shoes. Too small for my feet, though. I didn't mean to select that. Anyway, let's wander back into town. Oh, wait. First, the cat and the mouse. Another legacy bullshit puzzle courtesy of King's Quest V. Let's save my game on file 2. So in the PC version, once you've found the old boot in the desert and you walk past here, a cat will chase a mouse, and you need to react immediately and throw the boot at the cat to save the mouse. And if you do not react immediately, then the mouse dies and you're screwed. You're at a fail state, a dead end in the game. Now, allegedly, they changed that in the NES version so that you get another chance. But I'm not sure how many more chances I get, so let's do a little science. Yeah, maybe we'll get another chance. Maybe we won't. Let's see. Huh. Maybe we're in a fail state and we're stuck that way. Wait, there it is. There's the cat chasing the mouse. Okay, so it did it for the second time. Let's see if it'll do it one more time for me. Nope, maybe you only get 2 chances. Or maybe it's random when you come onto the screen. No, it looks like maybe you only get 2 chances. Oh, no, there it is. 3rd time. Okay. Grab our boot. Throw it at the cat. Okay. Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor. Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again. So yeah, infamous King's Quest V bullshit. At least in the NES version, it looks like they give you multiple chances to do it. So that's a very, very good thing. One way that this is, believe it or not, in some ways the superior version of King's Quest V. They removed some of the dead ends. And in a game with 30 billion dead ends, that is very, very welcome. So now that we have saved the mouse, he's going to come in handy in a little bit. But first, let's head into town. And Cedric waits out here. So back at the shoe salesman. If you recall, they sold their last finished pair of shoes, and they have no more shoes to sell. But we have a pair of exquisite shoes that I would be happy to give them and see what we can coerce out of them for the trade. Maybe I can give them to him. Maybe I give it to the man. There we go. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of the shoes is superb. And, Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire with the sale of these shoes. And then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find any use for them. You're a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you? You don't need to repay me, he lied. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me, he lied further. Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore. Thanks to you. Why, thank you. A hammer could come in mighty useful on my journey. Take care, young man. We'll never forget this. That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. All right. It's enough of that shit. Got the hammer. Let's check in at the tailor shop. May I help you, sir? Why, yes, I do want this cloak. And I have this fine gold needle. My golden needle? Wherever did you find it? It was found in a haystack by the inn. By the inn? Oh, yes, I remember visiting there not too long ago. Vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all. Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it? The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle. Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me in my travels. I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir. And one more stop to make while we're in town. The toy maker. Let's give the toy maker this exquisite marionette that we lifted off of a child. Where did you get this wonderful marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent. Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome. I must have it. Can I buy it from you? Actually, you may have it, if you'll give me the sled in trade. Why, of course, but I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality? I don't know. So I can have the sled? Yes, yes, take it. It's yours. Thank you very much. I think I'll find this sled very useful. Well, you enjoy it, and thank you for the marionette. Okay, now we have the sled. So that should do it for town. And we've saved the Weeping Willow. We've come in here and purchased a delicious custard pie. We've not yet dealt with the North Inn. Let's go ahead and save our game and try our hands one more time with this ruffian. Gentlemen, please excuse me. The inn's full. Ain't got no more rooms. Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him? Rub him out. And now we find ourselves back in the cellar. Struggle as he might, Graham cannot escape his bonds. But we saved a little mouse, and he chews through the rope. I told you I'd repay your kindness when you saved me from that horrible cat. Good luck, friend. And just like that, a new lease on life. Let's grab this rope from the ground. Graham stoops down and picks up the sturdy rope from the stone floor. Now, I never quite understood. I'm locked in this basement, but how is the padlock on the inside? Well, at any rate, we got to bust it off. So let's use the cobbler's hammer and crack open that padlock. Using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the padlock until it breaks apart. And just like that, we're free. Graham looks around the inn's kitchen and finds it rather sparse and untidy. Now, let's open up this cupboard. Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb. And of course, we're going to take that. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb. Okay, so now we have the leg of lamb, and we have this side entrance here, or exit as it were. Graham unlocks the kitchen door before going outside. Graham hears the turn of the latch as he leaves the inn's kitchen. Someone has locked the door again. Well, we're not going to be getting back in there. And that's okay. We don't need to. So now we have the leg of lamb and the rope. We've helped the ants. The gnome is gnome more. And our friends the gypsies have parted, leaving behind in their wake, if I can catch it, a small tambourine. It is an ordinary tambourine. So with that, we have everything that we need to get the hell out of here. Let's save on our backup save. And head over this way. Wave goodbye to the land of Serenia. And say hello to our next foe, who I thought was on this screen. Say hello to our next foe. Whoo! Watch out! A poisonous snake! Now, we can finally deal with this rotten, dirty, filthy, no-good snake. And how are we going to do it? But with the tambourine. Frightened by the noisy tambourine, the snake reluctantly slithers away. And just like that, we can leave for the mountains. A few hours later, Graham begins to shiver at the sudden drop in temperature. Ooh, well, we better save our game. Graham begins to shiver violently at the extreme cold of these upper reaches, and his hands and face begin to numb. He can barely muster the strength to go on. Before slipping and falling off the edge. That last step was a doozy. Alright, let's reload. We're trying to freeze Graham out here. I just want to see what happens if I freeze. Is that so much to ask? Maybe it's not in a timer. Oh, there we go. How does it feel to be a popsicle, Graham? Yeah, so if it wasn't obvious, we have to don this fine cloak. It is thick, it is warm. Upon Graham's body, it is worn, finding us new strength, but still no sleeves. I guess when you're as buff as Graham, you tend to not give a shit about sleeves. Let's try this rope thing again. Graham notices his stomach beginning to rumble with hunger from the exertion of the mountain climb. All of a sudden, King's Quest V is a survival game. Ooh, do be careful, Graham! Okay, we made it up. I don't suppose I can take my... Oh, he just climbs back down. Oh, you jerk. Okay. So we'd better feed Graham before he starves. Good thing we found this mouth-watering leg of lamb. Graham finds the leg of lamb a bit tough, but tasty enough. Filling up quickly, he saves the other half for later. Okay. Let's save. And attempt to get across this gap. Okay, success. Cedric! And with that, a wolf has tragically killed Cedric. That's right, he's gone forever. That sucks, our little owl buddy. Oh well, let's go sledding. Drat! Piece of crap, my sled is broken! Graham's sled lies in several broken pieces on the snowy path. Jeez, first my best friend gets murdered by wolves, then my sled breaks. A gleaming ice castle perches atop an icy pinnacle as sheer cliffs plummet down on all sides. A shivering eagle perches weakly upon a small rock. Despite his own problems, Graham's heart goes out to the poor thing. What's wrong, Mr. Eagle? I'm so weak from hunger. I haven't been able to catch any food for days. I can barely fly anymore. I'd love to help you. Let me see what I can do. Thank you. I need food. Well, lucky. For our friend, Mr. Eagle, we have half a leg of leftover lamb. Here you are, if this would help you. Oh, you are a kind man to share your meager food with the poor bird, especially up here in the snowy mountains. Well, I couldn't just stand there and let you starve. What kind of person would I be? You have shown yourself to be a kind, compassionate man, and I will not forget what you did for me. Goodbye, dear friend. And hey, with that, we befriended an eagle. As we have learned so far in King's Quest V, saving animals can only help you out of future fail states. I am Queen Icebella, and you have entered my domain now. I command you to kneel before me. Since both you and your friend over there have so thoughtlessly invaded my territory without my permission or my knowledge, I have decided you shall both be locked in a cave. Take them away, my pets. Quick, Graham, we must react. We must do what comes natural and play the tambourine. And play the harp. Oh, well, we clicked on the wrong thing. And apparently it's not a pretty sight. Thanks for playing King's Quest V. Once again, implied that we are eaten alive by rabid animals. Well, let's try that harp thing again. Queen Icebella, my domain, kneel. You and your friend. Territory, permission, knowledge, locked in a pet. Take them away, my pets. Let's try this one more time. Wait, my pets. That was very lovely music. I've never heard anything quite that beautiful before. I think I felt my heart melting just a little bit. Just enough, that is, to allow you a chance for your freedom. A vicious yeti has entered the area and taken up residence in my prized crystal cave. So far, I have been unable to extricate him from either the cave or my territory. If you can rid me of the yeti, I will release both you and your owl friend, and you two can continue on with your journey unhindered. You may rise now. I wish you luck in defeating the yeti. If you succeed, you'll have my undying gratitude. Go with him, Sir Grey Wolf. Show him the way to the Crystal Cave. You may go now. Sir Grey Wolf will lead the way. Yonder's the Crystal Cave. There you will find the Yeti. Okay. Now let's take a look around. The large gray wolf stubbornly blocks Graham's passage back to the Ice Queen's palace, or any other place for that matter, except to the distant cave where the dreaded Yeti can be found. Off in the distance, a large cave can be seen. Graham can only assume it to be the Ice Queen's precious crystal cave. Well, I don't know about you, but I want to save my game. And head up to see the Yeti. What an abominable situation. That's disappointing. Okay, let's try that again, only this time, let's deal with the Yeti. How will we deal with him? Yes, that's right, once again, it's time for King's Quest logic. How would you deal with a Yeti given this inventory? Would you shake your magic wand at him? Would you throw a custard pie at his face? Would you, I don't know, any of these other things? Well, no, you throw the custard pie in his face. Like so. That's it. Yeti's dead. Huh, okay, so we can't enter the Crystal Cave. In the PC version, there's another screen for it, but apparently NES limitations tell us we should just do it right here. One particularly brilliant crystal catches Graham's attention among all the other glittering crystals in the cave. Well, I gotta have that. Let's break it with a hammer. So very gently, Graham hits the beautiful crystal several times with his hammer until it breaks loose in one piece. He carefully places it among his other possessions. All right. Oh, Grey Wolf, I did the thing. I see that the Yeti is gone. Queen Icebella will be pleased. Come, follow me. Ah, good. You have returned in victory, I presume. Yes, Your Majesty, the Yeti is gone. He will no longer be a scourge upon your realm. Are my friend and I free to go now? Yes, I keep my promises. I want to thank you for ridding my mountain domain of the horrible Yeti. Please rise, Please rise, King Graham. Yes, I know who you are, and I have been informed of your quest. I do wish you luck against the wizard Mordack. You two may go. We wish you well on your difficult journey. Sir Grey Wolf will show you the way out of the mountains. Thank you, Your Majesty. Follow the path to the east. That's the way over the mountains. Thank you for your help. Seems like a great place to save. Okay, let's follow this path east, shall we? Look out, Graham. And a giant bird has snatched us and dropped us in his nest. Uh-oh. Looks like the egg is cracking. I better take this gleaming thing. Graham rescues a lovely golden locket from the clutches of the rock's nest. And there's the rock. But wait! Hang on, I'll get you out of this. Way cooler bird than Cedric. Well, the eagle has saved us from a fate that did not rock. What is this? I don't know, but I'm picking it up. Pick up first, ask questions later. The heavy iron bar is a bit rusted from being out in the weather. Okay. So here we are on the beach. There's a house down here. Graham pushes forcefully on the door, but finds it bolted from the inside. He can, however, hear activity within. Let's try the bell. Who are you? What are you doing on my beach? I am King Graham of Daventry, and I'm on a journey to find the wizard Mordack's island. But I seem to be stuck. I don't know where to go from here. Eh? What's that you say? I said, do you know how to get to the wizard Mordack's island? Can't understand a thing you said. Gotta speak up, boy. Now get on out of here. So the old man is not helpful. He cannot hear a word that we say. Let's head north. And a boat. And when I see a boat, I think of saving my game. The small sailboat waits patiently on the beach. Well, hell, let's go for a ride. Come on, Cedric. Get in the boat. Ooh, aye, aye, Cap'n. Ooh, watch out. There's a hole in the boat. Why does Cedric sing with the boat? You can fly. Down, down, down to the bottom of the sea. A bird should never go down with the ship. Okay. Well, we have to repair this hole in the boat, so naturally we'll use this softened lump of beeswax and see if we can just lodge that in there. Firmly, Graham pushes the pliable beeswax into the small hole in the old boat's bottom and hopes it will do the trick. So hey, remember when I looked at the boat and it said nothing at all about a hole? Yeah, thanks King's Quest V. Like, you couldn't at least, you know, like, reward me for doing my due diligence and looking at it by telling me there's a hole in the boat. You have to wait until I die and reload, and then I know there's a hole. Ah, I hate that. Alright, let's try this boat again. Ah, now I have control over the boat. So let's see where I can take it. How about north? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Just get killed by a nasty sea creature. So that's the boundaries. You can't go too far outside of the path that the game wants you to go. Fine. We'll get back in our boat. And we will just head east. So we can head, what is this, 3 screens east? 4 screens east? 5 screens east. I think on the 6th screen we die. Yes, that is what happens. Okay. So let's get back in the boat. And let's head down. And 2. And 3. Oh, look, Graham! An island! Perhaps we should explore it! Yes, I think we should, Cedric. A beautiful God damn it. Graham, help me! And we have been kidnapped by harpies. Where did you find him, Minota? We found him on the beach. Yum, isn't he luscious? What do you think, Krulina? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type. Don't be so picky. I'm tired of fish. I haven't had a man in months. Yeah, hate to harp on the subject, but Graham's finished. Well, they sure didn't give me a lot of time to react now, did they? Or to save my game. So, let's try this again. You know, I said in part 1 that I kind of found the deaths in King's Quest games charming, but, when I see things like this, I start to rescind that sentiment. It's one thing if I know they're coming, but it's a whole other if you spring this crap on me without notice. So let's come on the island again. And let's get kidnapped by harpies again. Graham, help me. Would you find him on the beach? Luscious, not my type. Don't be so picky. Good God. I literally get no time to react to that. Well, we'll try it once more. Try to be quick this time and whip out this harp. There we go. God, you have to do that in a matter of seconds, not even a second or two. What is he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, that's not fair. Jeez. I don't get that. I mean, they give you literally no time at all. While keeping a sharp eye out for the harpies, Graham quickly bends down and rescues the fishhook from the ground. Okay, got a fishhook. Now, okay, well, it's too bad our friend Cedric is dead. There he is. Cedric. Poor Cedric. Having been seriously wounded by the vicious harpies, he now lies moaning and in pain upon the sandy path. How you doing, little buddy? Moan! All right, I'll save him. Graham gently carries his friend Cedric, who has been wounded by the horrible harpies. A fun fact that I recently learned, if you leave him there, the game is unwinnable because you need him at the very end. I think this is a shell. Graham notices a large conch shell lying delicately upon the sandy beach. Take that. Graham bends over and picks up the beautifully colored shell. Okay. Let's head back. Where's Cedric? Is he in my inventory? No, he's not. Let's try this old man again. Now what do you want? Well, now I want to give you this fine seashell. What's this? It might help you to hear what I'm saying. Now, what were you wanting? My old friend is hurt. He's been wounded by the harpies. Wounded by the harpies, did you say? Well, bring him on into the house, and I'll fix him right up. Good as new. These poultices should fix the little feller up good as new. Ooh, I'm feeling better already. Tell me, what was in those poultices? My employer would be very interested in them. Who? Eh? What was that? I said, what was in those poultices? My employer would be interested in them. Gifts from the sea, lad, gifts from the sea. Ain't nothing special, you just gotta know how to use 'em. I don't think he'd find 'em particularly interesting. Now, son, what was it you was trying to tell me before? I was trying to find out where the wizard Mordack's island is. He kidnapped my family and is holding them hostage there. I must get to them before it's too late. Oh, I'm right sorry to hear about that. He's a nasty one, that Mordack. I wouldn't want to tangle with him. I'd try to talk you out of going there, except I can see you can't leave your poor defenseless family unaided. I can help you there, son. I can enlist someone who can lead you straight to his island. Follow me outside. Pearl? Pearl, this man needs your help. He needs you to lead him to Mordack's island. It's a real emergency. Mordack's holding his family hostage. Pearl can't speak human talk, but she agreed to help you. Just get onto your boat and follow her. I want to thank you for all your help, Mr. Don't worry about who I am. You just get on over to that there island and take care of your family. Aye, aye, sir. And so we follow Pearl, the mermaid, as she leads us to Mordack's dreaded island. Slowly, over as many screens as possible. A few hours later. Ooh, oh no! Watch out for the rocks, Graham! Brace yourself, Cedric. And crash. And so we find ourselves on Mordack's island. All that stands between Graham and his family are a maze and some classic bullshit King's Quest puzzles. We will see what happens when we conclude King's Quest V in part 3 of this episode of Saving Often. Until then, thank you as always for watching. Thank you for your support. Subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't. Hey, whatever suits your fancy. I appreciate you joining me nonetheless. I'm enjoying my time with King's Quest V very much, but I'm eager to see it to its completion here. There are some things about this that are better, but I'd rather be playing the PC version. This is just a little too clunky for me, but, you know, it's still a very interesting piece of history, and I'm glad to be playing it, and I'm glad that you're able to join me as I go through it. So thank you very much. I hope you'll come back for part 3 as we conclude this journey, and until then, remember to save early, save often, and do take care of yourself. Thank you very much.